Mm. Well, hello there, lovely people. Sorry I didn't hear you come in. I was just enjoying this empty set of VR goggles. I don't know, I wanted to start the stream with something stupid and I thought that was appropriately stupid enough. Yes, hello there, lovely people. It is Alex from Nintendo Life here, and today we are going to be having a look at the Toy-Con Garage VR. And I can't believe I kept calling it the VR Garage in the video, and then corrected myself when I called it the Garage VR and I realised it's actually kind of a thing, isn't it? But anyway, let's dive right into things. So we're just going to have a look at it and try and make a game as well. And I want you lovely people to help me out in what kind of game I'm going to make. But please, oh, for the love of all that is holy, please keep it simple. Because I am not good at this, like, not at all. I've done my best to try and be as whoa, I just knocked the microphone. I've done my best to try and, yep, the gyroscope cannot be used in TV mode, that's fine. This is just me fiddling around, isn't it? Now I have to, yeah, you have to use these sort of like pointer controls, which is slightly annoying. But yeah, this was me fiddling around last night and when I was very tired. So I kind of got some things vaguely worked out. And I created this. Oh, he goes back and forth. It's like a little thing and he can jump. And the camera follows him and then he touches that thing. That's supposed to do something. He's supposed to do something when he touches that. Oh, why is that not happening now? Oh, it doesn't matter really, but and plus equals, oh, because that's supposed to be that is supposed to be attached there, and now it should be, yeah, there we go. It shifts ever so slightly, as you can see there. It's completely useless, and bloody hell, it's just not. As you can see, it's not much of anything, but he does have a top hat on, and I spent about half an hour making a top hat because I didn't know what I was doing. Anyway, oh joy, Bubblehead, who I believe is my friend Paul, although may not actually be, but he goes by Dorky Bubblehead, says, make a game where you copy strike any used content. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Okay, so this is the 3D editor. Now, oh god. Oh god, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go to undo. Not that it'll really make any difference, but so what I want to do is I want to make something from scratch, so I'm just going to completely, why not save this? I might come back to it at some point in the future, even though it's a complete waste of time. So I tell you what, in case you don't know, let's show you. These are all the samples that they have, and there are 64 of the blooming things. And so let's have a look. I would say one of the most basic games is this one. And there's no real objective in it or anything like that. It's only designed to be kind of like a sample to show you what's possible. And already I'm terrified. Because I'm not going to make anything like this. We just don't have the time. But yeah, so as you can see, you can run around. And honestly, getting the camera to just even work is half the battle in and of itself. But this is all made using in-game stuff. It's pretty cool. I like the fact that you can get into this thing here. And now suddenly I can drive around. Meow. It's good fun. So maybe I should do something sort of vehicle based. What was that bling bling bling? Oh, that was the little guy going on the thing. So yeah. So yeah, you go in this thing and you can drive off. And I believe there is an edge. There is. I actually haven't driven off here. I don't know what happens when you do. I'm guessing there's no kill. Oh no, you fall through the bottom and then from the top. I can't really control anything anymore. I just spin around the camera. Let's go out of that, shall we? Okay, so, yeah, this gives you an idea of what we're sort of dealing with here. And, none of it is simple and straightforward, annoyingly. But we're going to start something afresh and see what we can do. So let's just select a brand new file. My wrist is going to get tired because I have to use this as a pointer like this. Can you see that? See that? I have to like, woo, like that. So, yeah, my wrist is going to get tired. Somebody says Breath of the Wild trash remake. J.D. Williams. No. I don't have anywhere near the time for that. But so what kind of game? What kind of game should we make? I want you all in the chat to start me off. So should we be controlling a person, a vehicle, a fish? Let me give you an idea of what we've got here. So we're going to VR Plaza, character, person, car, UFO. I believe there's more than that. Fancy object, rectangular. Yeah, crate, shipping container, dice. Oh, that should be die. Television, we can control a television or a Joy-Con. We got a golf ball, football, apple, turnip, fish, fluff ball. We can control a fish if we want. An alien. What does an alien look like? Oh, it's going to be one of those little blobby things from the thingy. Yeti. Ooh. We could control a Yeti, perhaps, somehow. I don't know how you'd even do that. I suppose, okay, let's just, yeah, if a control stick is moved, we'll go with the left stick, up and down, then, oh, gonna need, output, player settings, right, player position, height, world settings, stop time, move, gravity. I'm gonna just move. I just want to move. This is the thing. Everything is so sort of obtuse, and I can't get my head around it all. People are saying Niall Cohen says Tetris. No. Again, like I say, I need something very, very basic. Let's just. So how would I? Well, let's see what that looks like. What does the Yeti look like? Oh, that's weird. I don't know whether you could control that. I mean, maybe sort of shift it around. I'm sure you would be able to because this thing is so bloody versatile. So I'm guessing maybe position, change position somehow. Let's have a look in here. You got position there. Movable, grabbable, all that sort of thing. Yep, appearance Yeti. Appearance Yeti. So you can change it. Oh, you can change the thing there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, let's keep it a Yeti. Make Skyrim, but with Yeti, says that Australian boy. Yeah. I must admit, actually, as silly as it sounds, this really has... well, oh no, that's layout. This really has given me a much sort of... I suppose, greater understanding. I keep doing that with Bullseye. Just delete. A much deeper understanding of just how much work goes into making any game. So I tell you what, let's keep things simple. I'm already trying to complicate things needlessly by using a Yeti. Let's keep things really simple and have a person. Because that's nice and simple because it's got movement things there. So up and down. Let's go forward and backwards. Let's do if control stick is moved. Left stick. Left, right. And change. Oh, no. Oh, that could be exciting. Nope, don't do that. Okay, so now we've got a person. And because I put those nodes in and put all those connectors on, I can now move them around freely, just, you know, as you'd expect. And there are all sorts of different things I can change. For example, I can change the movement speed to 4. That sounds like it's going to be fun. Now we're talking. Ooh, weird 3D sound then. But obviously the camera is not moving with it. However, I believe VR Plaza, other... The camera. VR not supported in camera, which is fine. Camera target. Tie camera target to that. And camera position. Camera position we also tie to that. And as you can see, we are now in the belly of the person. However... oh, that's going too quickly. I can do it here. I can change that down because that's too blooming quick. Let's just set that back to normal there. And move you out there. So once again, we're sort of there. Let's... I think we can set an offset for the camera. So that's camera position. So if we set an offset distance up, so let's say, oh no, that's X. So we want to go up by 2Y, and hang on, I've just had a horrible feeling that, yeah, no, we don't want that. That's wrong. We want Z, hang on a minute, that's not right. Am I looking at the wrong thing? So this is camera position. Yeah, no, I don't want to follow an offset. So let's, no, wrong way. So there we go. So now I want to set the camera position. And yeah, so I want that to be -1 and Y. Yeah, we want it to go up Y. So let's see what that's like. It's like this. Whoa, that's horrifying. The connection point is wrong. So let's set a manual connection point. No, that's color. Oh, we're gonna have to do this in this bit. Color, gravity is destructive. It must be this thing. So it's camera, vertical tracking rate, connection point. Which side of this object should connect? We want it to be the front, so that would be Z positive, Z negative. It should now. That's not right. Let's switch that around, or is that going to be because that's what it's following? What happens if we set this to... No, that's wrong. What if we set this to positive? This is going to be a lot of... There we go! Look at that! We got some movement going on. So that's okay, but it's a little bit far... a little bit too high. So let's bring it down, and not quite far away enough. So let's try that. Hey! We got some... I'm actually weirdly impressed with that. So this is like a third person. Oh, we could create like a third person shooter, like over the shoulder look, couldn't we? So let's go with a X. Let's change that to positive. Change that, bring that down a bit. In fact, move it up a bit. What does that look like? That's the wrong way. I think it's in reverse because of the position. I could be entirely wrong about that. It's probably something I've done. Okay. Let's change that so that the person's movement is relative to the world and not the camera. But now I can't turn properly. I'm going like that and it's not turning properly. So yeah. JD Williams says, now give him a gun. We could probably give him like a head-mounted like cannon on his head, probably. That might be quite interesting. Now that you have a character... Oh dear, that's just disappeared. Sorry, I'm trying my best to keep track. That Australia boy says, now that you have your character, put him through unbearable pain. Oh, blimey. That would be entertaining, wouldn't it? I tell you what, though, we can change a few bits about him. Let's change him to... I've always liked green. Always liked green. So we'll go with green. We'll make him destructive. Not destructible. Destructive. Solid, visible. Let's turn visible... Oh, I wonder if we could get FPS like that. First person. But by just making him invisible. That would be interesting. Okay, let's try that. Let's change all this. Oh, in fact, we want it to be a little bit higher, so it appears to be in his head. Maybe like that. Let's see whether now we get a first person. That's not right, is it? Let's say movement relative to the camera. And set the connection point to being... that's why. That and then that. Oh, in fact, actually, we can just have it in the center. Now, hopefully, it's looking down again. I don't know why. Let's change it so that the connection point is like that. So essentially in the back of his head. No, again, we're still looking down. Why are we looking down? We weren't looking down before. What's changed? Let's see what we've got in here. Connection point. Let's change this to automatic. Hang on, is it still... Is that still an automatic? No, 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 no. Manual. It's still looking down. Why is it looking down? Why is it looking down again? Oh, Kit Talon's asking, can you explain a bit about what's going on? I'm creating a game. Simple as that. Although, you see, that's kind of working, but it's looking the wrong way. So, let's stick in a constant of 1 on the Y. That's just the, that's the position. Is that the position? It is the position. Ah! That's wrong. But maybe if we change that constant to... Oh. We might... Hey! We've got it! The only thing is, obviously, the camera isn't moving. But that should... I might be able to change it so that left and right changes the target's... the camera's position. But that's... Ah! Whoa! That's kind of horrible. This is the problem I had with camera control before. Cameras really are hard to control with this thing. I just can't get my head around them. I don't know what it is. I wonder if... Whoa! No, I don't want L to control things. I wonder if maybe... Because I'm guessing that's going to be give an output of 1 to that. So maybe if we had something in the middle... calculate... and divide it... So that, and then divide... So that's 1 going in, divided by... Let's get another constant in. Let's say divided by 2. Come on. There we go. This would be easier on the touch screen. So, you see now I can't have... Do I have that going as an input then? It's a middle. It should surely just be... So, camera... position? What happens then? Something very funky. Very funky. Okay, let's get rid of all that. I must admit, I didn't actually get much of a chance to... You see now, just divide. Divide by what, though? So I just don't get this. So calculation result. Oh, okay. So let's try that. So that means that it's a calculation of 0. So left. Let's get rid of that. So left, right, we'll say is equal to... What is equal? Position, angle, logic. Ah! So, this is when, this is compares 2 input values. If they fulfill the specified condition, they will output 1. I don't want to output 1. I want to output less than 1. So calculate. This node takes 2 inputs, can either add them, subtract them, multiply them, or divide them. Lordy, lordy loo. This is, people are asking, how did I get it early? This was sent to me by Nintendo. Logic, so it compares 2 values and divides them. So if this is left as an output of 1 divided by Let's just say 1, see if we can get a value in there. 0. When choosing analog settings, it's normal to choose a range between 0 and 1. Once you've got the hang of this, try experimenting with all sorts of different range settings. Selecting this allows you to use the Joy-Con controllers when they're physically attached to the console. Great! Tell you what, let's reduce the range. No, that's not going to work, is it? Because this is recording. That would make it even more sensitive. And it's outputting 1. I don't want it to output 1! I think. Oh, good gracious gravy. I tell you what, let's strip things back a bit and keep them nice and simple. So where are we at the moment? Okay, so that's interesting. So you can't make them strafe as far as I can tell, or at least not in the way that I know. I tell you what, let's ditch this. Delete. Ditch this. Delete. Ditch this. Delete. So now we're left with a stationary camera and a man running who can't jump. Let's make him jump. Let's make him jump. So let's go with, if a button is pressed, A, no, let's go with, hold. Button, make sure that it's, no, I want it to be the right Joy-Con. Not that. Let's make it B. And turn all of these off. So if B is pressed, jump! Hey! Nice and simple. That one's so easy. Oh, good gracious. So now we just need something to make it so that it follows our character. What I'd like to do is create like a really simple like 2D platformer. So I could actually turn off one of the axes. And I tried that briefly, but I don't know how to get the camera to follow the... Oh, hang on a minute. What if we sent it to the center point? Then it would... And we could force it not to pan. So let's try VR Plaza, player settings. No. VR camera target. That. You see now it's pivoting on a point. So now what we need to do is change it so that the... no, not vibrate. VR Plaza. Other camera. The camera direction. Camera direction. That's interesting. I don't think I've used that before. Let's try... Or have I? Whoa, that's horrifying. That's absolutely horrifying. Let's see if there's any... Let's see, you adjust the camera's angle using inputs. If you've set a camera target, all adjustments will be relative to the direction of the target. This node has no effect, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I sometimes find that there's slightly less information than I'd like on the nodes, but it may well be just because I haven't been through the game properly. Alex, place the camera to set distance behind the player, and it will automatically always look at the character without panning. It will. That's what we've got at the moment. But as you can see, it just means that he runs around in a circle, which is no use to us. Also, he's getting slightly closer all the time, which is probably because it's relative to the camera. Oh no, it's because I've got this on there as well. So if we take that off, it should stay at a constant distance. Let's see for certain whilst I have a little sup. No, it looks like he's getting closer again. Yeah, he is. So he's too close. Anyway, so we've got that. We've got jump. We've got camera target. So now we need camera position, I suppose. Camera position. Let's tie it to the person again, but now let's offset it by 3 connection point and make sure the connection point is there. No, good. Oh, no, it's a... Let's see if we can change the connection type. Can't we? So that's it there. Connection point. I think, actually, hang on. Isn't there a specific kind of connector? Connector. Slide connect. Now I think we're getting somewhere. He says. Why can't I connect this to the... Aha! Why not? So what does this do then, the slide connector? Nothing as far as I can tell. Not in the way that I've set it up anyway. So I'm guessing left and right. Slide connector, but it doesn't help the... Doesn't help camera position. What if we take that out? Can we have camera position on there at all? No, why not? What if we go the other way? As ridiculous as that sounds. No. That is bizarre. What does that look like in 3D? It's just a featureless thing. Okay, let's... Connected objects will be able to move freely within the selected range. You can output their exact position by providing an input to their node. An input of 1 will result in 1 meter of movement. That doesn't sound like what I want at all. Oh, good lord. Right. Right. I'm sure people are going to create amazing things with this, but I don't think I'm one of them. So camera position. Oh, we've already got that. Of course we have. So let's put the camera position on the person. And say, no, we've done this. This is the problem. It's not the issue, is it? Because this happens. Oh, I just want it to be able to move left and right, but not up and down. You see, you can do this, but it just moves the camera position temporarily, which isn't good enough. And I have no idea how to change that. I tell you what, let's have a look at some of the... let's just save this. Let's call it 1. Why not? Let's call it 1. So let's have a look at a couple of samples. Jump, destroy, wobbly dancer, kitchen capers, car driving, car battle, UFO pilot, blah, blah, blah. Boomerang. I've not actually seen any side scrollers as far as I can remember. I could be entirely wrong. I just wonder, you know what? You know bloomin' what? I think we're going to have more luck. So the camera's position is tied to that person. Let's change the connection point to be the... which side of this object should connect? The front of it and connect to the back of an object. And once again, I seem to have got them mixed up somehow. So let's just swap those round. What? Okay, I tell you what, let's just try physically moving the person down here. Honestly, it sounds silly, but sometimes... No, that's not working either. Let's change camera position to automatic and see where we get. Same problem. Same problem. Is it maybe with the camera target? Connection point automatic. Let's try moving the camera target. That shouldn't make any... It doesn't make any difference. Lordy Lou. Can you play the drawing game without the elephant Toy-Con? Says James Moore. No, sadly you cannot. You know what, I think it's just kind of necessary. So I'll tell you what, let's delete this. Might as well keep those because they're not doing anything. Oh no, they've got some weird settings on them. So we'll go completely fresh. so I don't end up doing something stupid. And I tell you what, let's make a little driving game, a little driving course. Now that I can see as being sensible. And I think I know how we could control an object that isn't a car and race something else. Fancy object. Round. Football, golf ball, balloon, apple, turnip, fish. Fish! So if we connect these two things and I select left, right is steer, and just for the sake of ease, B button is accelerate. I think the fish needs some tweaks. Because I think, yeah, if we change it from solid, let's make that visible, movable, yes, grabbable, no. Let's make the car, that's not the right thing. There we go. The car, let's change that so it's definitely movable still. Can't actually see the fish. Why not? So the fish isn't... There's the fish. Okay, so let's make that bigger. Move it up. Set the connection point here. Color automatic. No. Okay, let's... connection type normal. Sounds good. Connection point. Let's go with manual so it connects to the center of the object. It's connected. So now... Hang on, the fish is... This fish needs to be solid. There we go. Is the car solid? Let's make the car solid. Why not? See what happens. We've got movement. We've got movement. Oh, it works. Oh, it works. Oh, I didn't think... I thought this was going to be a massive headache. It works. I've made a fish. Okay, so let's make the camera follow it now. So camera target the fish and make the offset distance. Oh no, this is going to be the position. So I don't know why that tickles me so. Let's make it so that pressing B makes... Ooh. Where's that gone? Ocean camera. I don't know what those mean, those different nodes. Filter. When the input is high, this will filter out any high-pitched sounds. That's not a bad shout. But even so. So... Oh, blimey. Oh, the Bad Elf has kindly donated €2. Thank you very much. And has said, can you play anything in... Oh, excuse me. VR Garage without the full kit? Yes, you can. You know what? I think I'm going to lower... I'm wondering whether I can... Ooh, I've got an idea, you know. Let's create a block, an object, a box. So let's make that box. You know, these really don't have to be that close. Let's bring the box there. Let's change the settings so that the color is light blue. Material. Ooh. Doesn't matter. No. Let's not make it destructive, destructible, or solid, or movable, or grabbable, but let's make it visible. Yes. So now what I want to do is change the height of it to be... That should work. I do wish you were able to see a bit more. Okay, so let's put that there. Oh. And change the size, make it a bit taller. Like that. Now change it to be absolutely colossal. Hey, it's swimming! I just need to create a load more blocks like that. Okay, let's make that a little bit shorter. Because it's slightly different. So let's reduce the size. And reduce the position. Let's see how that is now. That's more like it. Look at him go. He's a swimmy little sod. Actually, makes more sense to have it slightly higher. That should do. Yeah, that'll do. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Now we just need to make it so that the camera moves with the fish. So VR Plaza, other camera. Camera position. Tie it to the fish, but make it so that it has an offset a little bit up. Not too much, but a decent chunk away. That's not behind it, is it? It's absolutely not behind it. So let's change the camera position, connection point, manual. This object should connect on that side and connect to that side of the fish. But it may be that that's the wrong way around. It is the wrong way around. So let's try that again. Connection point. Let's try flipping it round. See if that is all it takes. It is, but I'm a little bit close. I've got a feeling I've got my my Z-axis confused again. I don't know how I managed to do that so often. Now we're talking. Just needs to be a little bit taller. So let's change the Y to be like that. We've got a little fishy racing game! And he's going to be swimming through water. I wonder if maybe we should change the speed of the car, which is... let's change movement speed to... Oh, it can jump. Yeah, let's make it jump. Whoa. That's the... you know, let's put that box to one side for the time being so it doesn't get in the way. So let's change it so that... B currently is accelerate. Let's change that. So in fact, let's copy it. Hook B to jump and change this to be ZR to accelerate. Oh, it's so slow. You can jump though. Splish, splish. That's kind of adorable. Could maybe just take that off and just give it a... Let's just give it a constant of 1. So that it just plays the music. So now we've made a little fishy swimming along. Can jump out of the water. Splishy splashy. Drives like a car, because it is a car, technically. Yeah, it's a cheap. Supro DMK has made a... I can't change the camera angle, which I quite like. And actually, that should be quite simple. I keep knocking the microphone. That should be quite simple because I don't need it to follow or move smoothly. I can just have it so that it moves... So that's camera position, camera target. I think I need to change that so that it's camera direction. There we go. So let's copy this. Copy. Use that. Yeah, we want that, but we want it to be the right Joy-Con. And that's that's vertical. That's the wrong one. So that goes to that. So now, damn, that is. You know, I think I'm going to quickly turn that off. So yes, now I can. Now you see, it's really sensitive, and I don't know how to reduce the sensitivity. But we got a little fishy. I want to make a little sound effect for when he... Let's go back into 2D editing. Sound effect when he jumps. So B button also produces... This is going to be a potential issue because if you press the button no matter what, even if you're not... effect... Camera. Damage what? Bubbles. Huh, splish. Ooh, can we attach it to... Ah, so that it plays from there. Ah! Yeah! Yeah, you can do it. Even when not jumping, even when you're not technically jumping, but... Whee! Splish, splish. Oh, this is nice. Let's... oh, no, I can't do that. So let's go back into 2D editing. And, oh, I can't zoom out, can I? Because I've turned that off. I just want to be able to turn one of them off. Let's turn it back on for the time being, just so I can zoom out. Because we're going to want to create a lot, and I mean a lot, of these boxes. Copy. Oh, this is fiddly. There we go. So is there going to be a seam? Yes, there is. Can we get rid of that seam just by shifting over one tile? Oh. Yes, we can! We can create a little ocean! Swim, swim, swim! Splishy, splashy. I know it's not see-through, but, you know, it'll do. So let's create a proper patchwork of these now. So let's copy that. Copy that, Bravo 20. Moving down to create a fishy. There we go. It is times like this where it'd be really nice to have a mouse. But that's just, obviously, that's just not possible. Balls, I moved the wrong one. So there we go, that goes up there. So now we should have created. If you ever stay... Let's try this Joy-Con, maybe it's... No, it's just because it's such a small movement. Whee! That doesn't really feel any bigger than before. We'll soon find out if it is. Okay, it is. It's a lot bigger than before. I suppose we could always change the size of the fish. To get more out of it. Yeah, that's nice. It also makes a little bit more sense. It was a bit big before. It was a big fish. Right. Will you have different characters? If so, how will you make the others? You can make anything move that you want. You just have to tie it to something that can move, like a car. Or maybe there's a way that you can do it without doing that. I'm only going on what I know. Splishy, splashy. Oh! I'm just wondering how big an arena I can create. So let's duplicate that. Copy, of course. Copy that. And what I think I'm going to create is a little little game where you got to jump through the hoops. There's a little fish. No. No. There we go. So let's extend this out further. Let's make it a nice square shape. There we go. That was lucky. Duplicate that. And one more time. Aye, aye, aye. There we go. Now, Right, good lord, you can make it much bigger if you want to. I really wish you could create larger boxes, but for some reason it doesn't look like you can. Yeah, it's as big as it can be. Ah! Oh, I wonder, can we change the angle of the fish? Oh, there was an angle thing, wasn't there? Counter, calculate, angle that's angle difference. That's calculating. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I just want it so that the fish can change angle. Might be best to tie it to the car. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. We've got a nice big open area for our fishy to swim around in. And let's keep things simple, but I do want to make sure that that anyone playing this, so me, doesn't go out of bounds. However, so where's the box? It's there. It's teeny tiny. So let's change the size so that it's quite a bit taller. Let's just make it maximum. Let's create a wall. There we go. Make it solid, visible, not grabbable, not destructible, not destructive, not movable. Make the color. Is there not? Oh, I was hoping for like a grey. Go with white. I've just realised that there is absolutely no point in it being maximum width. So we might as well make it minimum, like that. And place it there. Now I do believe we should have a wall that our fishy friend just can't get through. And the fish can't can't go backwards. So acceleration, so ZR is go forward. Can we change it so the ZL is backwards? Probably, but that probably requires too much thinking. So that's part of the challenge of this, is that you might end up. Sorry, this is it's so basic, I know, and realistically, it's not that big of a deal. But to me, it kind of is, because when I started fiddling around with this, I didn't think I'd be able to get very far with it at all. You know, let's increase the thickness. Just so it's easier to maneuver. There we go. copy that. And again. Let's go down there. Let's copy again. Only this time, we change it so that the x-axis is maximum and the z-axis is only 1. There we go. Ah! Get over there. There we go. Let's just make sure that's all working properly. Oh ho ho ho, it certainly is. It's a bit featureless at the moment, I know, but I'm only creating the building blocks. Obviously, you create the functional stuff first, and then the mechanical stuff, the pretty stuff afterwards. There we go. One more. The music's lovely as well. It's awfully, awfully relaxing. It's distracting me from the fact that I'm slightly hunched over and it's hurting my back enormously. Oh! Keegs21 says, I could easily make this game Nintendo Life is making on Roblox. That's as well as maybe, but then you'd be playing Roblox. Let's have a go by going up here. And... no! There we go. Oh, I do kind of wish there was a better input method. Well, there is. It's the touch screen. But I can't use the touch screen, obviously, because I'm in TV mode. Huzzah! So there we go. Nice little overlap like that. Is there an overlap down there? Yeah, there is. That's good. Okay, so let's copy that. And bring you over there. Bonk. Copy. Bonk. I fully intend, by the way, to show you guys some of the stuff that Nintendo has created, because I know they haven't showed off a lot of that, so that you can see just how powerful it is, and not just the weird random fish game that I'm making. There we go. So now we're a little fish swimming around. We're gonna get some little hoops to jump through, and that'll be my game. And you know what? I don't care. I don't care if it's really basic and really simple. I'm quite pleased with this. So VR Plaza, fancy object, round fancy object. Other fancy object, tuna, chick, hippo, bear, arrow, rocket, hoop. Now we're talking. Hoop. So let's have a look at how that looks. Just a standard hoop. What is the hoop? Hang on. I think I touched it over here. I think it's under the water. Yes, there it is. Okay, so let's change the position of this. Make sure it's much higher in the Y. And now it should also be the right angle as well. Why am I looking down like that? That's not right. I changed the fish. Okay, let's go up here. Let's undo. Undo. Put the hoop over there. Now we know that the fish is secure. Let's lock it. There we go. So hoop. No, hoop. So let's change the angle to 90. See how it looks now. That's more like it. So, where's the hoop now? There it is. Oh, it's tiny. And I knocked it over. So let's change its position so it's a bit higher. Let's not make it solid. Let's not make it movable. Let's not make it grabbable, but let's make it visible. In fact, let's make it solid. Why not? So now, why do I keep putting them in? That's too high. That's far too high. You know what? Let's... Oh, I want to lock all of these objects. Lock. That's good. That's good. Let's lock. Lock, lock, lock. It's going to take a while, but I'm going to lock these objects. Doodle-doo. Lock. I wonder if you copy this, do you make a duplicate that's also locked? No. Okay. That would save some time. Paul! Paul's given me some money. Let's undo that quickly. Dorky Bubblehead has given me £20. Thank you, Paul, saying, "Yo, Alex, what are we making? And where can we get some business hammocks?" Hammocks. What an idea! Why didn't I think of that? We're all in the hammock district. Let's... Oh, blimey. Let's get all of this down here. We are making, Paul, a... You haven't missed a lot. You've missed a lot of faffing. As you can see, we're making a little fish game. Because why not? Little Gamer 888 has donated $1. Thank you very much. I need to get that hoop lower. Let's Oh, I wonder whether we can change the jump strength. Maybe make this a bit taller. Maybe make it a bit bigger as well. That's position. So, what are we looking at now? Have we got a little hoop to jump through? We do! Oh! We can... I think we'll be able to jump through it. Hopefully. If we change it so that it's not solid, we'll be able to jump through it. So no, it's not solid now, but it is visible. So now, it's all this trial and error. Oh. Hup! What the... I said don't make it solid. Don't! Why am I... Although it does look like that it is actually a hoop, sort of physically, so... Did I changed this, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, so it's, if we change the size of it to make it a bit bigger, we should actually be able to jump through it then. I was a little bit worried that we wouldn't be able to jump through it, which is why I thought, you know, sort of, even though it's a hoop, it's being treated sort of... Hey! I'm pleased with that. Simple, basic, needs to be a bit bigger. It's a bit sort of deceptive in its size. Oh, I know why. It's because the car is deceptive as well. I've got a feeling that's going to put us slightly further under the water, but that might not be a problem. In fact, that might be a benefit. Hop! Yeah! What if we make it so that the car isn't solid? What's that going to do? I've got a feeling it's just going to fall through the floor. No, but now I can't control it. So, okay. It's solid. It's just not visible. Oh. So now we're swimming around as a fishy again. Way! Fish goes through the hoop. Could make it not solid, but there's something sort of oddly satisfying about bouncing off slightly. Way! Now we just need to make it do something so that it's not just a sort of an empty thing you've done. So, hoop. No, hoop. Hang on, is this locked? Because that's quite an important one. It's not. So, hoop. Let's go over here. Let's change the horizontal angle a bit. Why not? And let's make it so that if... It's in VR Plaza, isn't it? Sensor. Touch sensor. So if you get it right in the, if you get right in the middle of the hoop, then it makes a sound. Or we can tie it to this. Tie it to that and make it so that the connection point is manual and it's right in the center. That's fine. Okay, so that, you can see it now. But we don't want it to be visible, do we? That would be well gone topsy-turvy. So it's not visible, it's not grabbable. Check with which objects. Box, cylinder, sphere. No, we wanted to check with a fish. There we go. So it checks for a fish, and when a fish touches it, VR Plaza, no, make sound. No, VR Plaza. Effect. Sound effects. Ding ding. Gonna make it go ding ding. And we're gonna, oh my wrist is getting knackered. So, swim, swim, swim. Hop! Yeah! Oh my god, that makes me so unreasonably happy. Oh my lordy lordy. Oh, good lord. Oh! I'm getting tired. I've been doing this for an hour already. My word. Doesn't feel like it. Fishy, fishy. Hop! It would be really interesting to be able to create a game where you're actually like flying underwater. Sort of swimming underwater as a fish. You know what? Let's where's the left and right steers that, and left and right. Yeah, let's just disconnect that because that is doing nothing right now. So that's better. Yeah. Oh no! Come on, fishy. I don't know how to decelerate. Way! I mean, accelerate. Yeah, it's tied to ZR, but what about slowing down, reversing? I'd have to see another example of that to see how they've done it. I'm guessing through some sort of really convoluted method that I just can't be arsed with. Delete you. And delete you. So what would mute it? Nothing. We could play it in reverse. How bizarre. Oh, Ian Gubert, probably butchered your name, I'm afraid. I got it. Make a multiplayer game where players jump through hoops to score points. Basically Rocket League, but with fish. That is a cool idea. I don't know whether you can do multiplayer split screen. At least not without doing something very clever, I'm sure. There's probably a way of doing it, but not that I'm aware of. Bling! It'd be interesting to create a counter for... Oh, I could create a counter as well. And maybe tie it so that it's in the top right-hand portion of the screen and that it's tied to the camera. And so let's create a counter now. So, okay, let's just create an object. Or is it it's a special kind of... with comment with number. So there's the fish. What does that look like in 3D? There we go. Let's change that. It doesn't need any depth at all. And decimal digits, none. Whole numbers, 1. And then, okay, so it's not movable. It's not solid, not destructible, not destructive. But it is visible, but not grabbable. So color, let's say it's, let's make it, oh, I reckon blue. That's a nice blue. So now let's tie it. Where's it gone? There it is. Let's tie it to the fish. So I'm guessing now the offset. Now we get the offset. So text display side. Yeah, that's right. Vertical angle, vertical position. Can we not do an offset? Damn it, no. Why aren't we able to do an offset? That's really annoying. Must be something specific to the camera, maybe. Maybe then we should tie it not to the fish, but to the camera. What? No. No! Don't tie it to that. I want it to be, like, on-screen display. No. Oh, lordy. There we go. That's interesting. So, you can tie it to some things, but not to others. Okay, let's just have it in world. Let's have it over here. No, no! There we go. Let's have it there. Make it just a little bit deeper. Maybe a little less. Just so that it can intersect slightly. There we go. And so... So we want it so that when this ding sounds... So yeah, create noise, but also... Calculate... logic... Counter... Whole number counter... So that adds 1 to it, in theory. This is going to be a mess. An absolute mess, but I don't care. And then that adds to that. So where's the counter? There it is. So we've got 0 points at the moment. That's okay. But now what happens when we jump through here? We've got 15! Why 15? Is it depending on how long you stay in there? Yeah, it seems to be. I'm sure we can change that, so... maybe in settings here. Oh, good lord, sorry. Whoa! Oh, there we... Hang on. Time move count if we change it to trigger. Maybe that'll do it. So, we've got no points. Let's jump through this way so we can see it happen live. Yes! We've got 1 point. And... We've got 2 This makes me so unreasonably happy. So unreasonably happy. Oh. Oh, Lord. Oh my goodness gracious. Supro DMK reckons I can't get 5. Well, guess what, buddy? I bet I can. I bet I can get 71. Look at that. I've got 99. I can't even get 5. What happens when I count above it? It's just going to stay there, isn't it? Yeah. But yes. Anyway, so let's change that back to... Oh, good gracious. There we go. So now we start off... Hang on. do a loop. So it starts off at 0. You know what, let's change it so that it's on. I don't know why I keep thinking that. No! Right, so you... No! No! Bad scoreboard, bad. Oh my giddy arse. Right. So now let's go down here. I don't know why the fish is facing the other way. No! Oh! It's probably mostly my fault. Right, let's... Oh, go down here. Go down here. You should be... You should both be locked. Why are you not locked? Lock. Boop. Lock. There's probably a better way of having the fish look like it's swimming in water. I've just gone for a roundabout way, and you know what? I don't care. There we go. Now let's change the settings so that it's on Z positive side to show the score. And now when we start, there it is. Hey! That makes me weirdly happy. So let's zoom out, and I think the position of the fish in the car are kind of screwy. The fish, it doesn't matter so much, but let's place the car right dead in the center. Although, I've just seen everything around it isn't center. So let's try and put it in the center of what we've done. Come on. That's pretty damn center, yeah. Whee! I wonder whether when we touch that, whether we can make it so that the hoop spins around as well. That'd be cool. I mean, we probably can. It's just getting it to do that. You see now, I immediately go in here. I'm trying to look for keyframes, because that's what we use in video editing. So I'm like, when sort of do it so that it goes from this to this. Oh. So I don't know how to make it so that when something's touched, change position of this, That ain't gonna work. But, well, there you go. I tell you what, this is such a basic game. It's so basic, but it works. And I don't know about everyone else. I'm gonna give it a name. I'm gonna call it... I'm gonna call it Fish. Splish. There we go. You know what? I'm weirdly proud of that. It's so basic and it's not impressive at all, but you know what? I don't care. I'm proud of it, and that's the important thing. So like, let's no, you see, this is where you get Jesus. Crazy, but oh no, you see, this one doesn't really work in TV mode. It doesn't work in TV mode at all. Okay, so let's view some different samples. Let's go to car driving. Why not? Let's see what happens. This happens. Okay, let's I tell you what, let's quickly duck out of here. Because there are some games you just flat out Can't play. Yes, the Lonely Gumba. Oh, hello. Says, well, it looks like you can do a 2D platformer. Yeah. The tricky thing is, though, getting the camera to follow it. I'm absolutely adamant there's a way to do it. But I can't work it out. So let's go over here. I can't. Oh, there I am. Let's go to the VR Plaza. Or Plaza? Does anyone say Plaza? Probably not. Yeah, I know it can't be used in thingy mode, so... Zero Gravity, Wobbly Dancer, Bat and Ball. A lot of them can't really be used in TV mode and are designed not to be used in TV mode. And sadly, I won't be able to show you them simply because... I mean, I can take it out of the dock if you like, but then you won't be able to see anything. It's a waste of time. Make an action game, make an FPS game, make a driving game. This is kind of what I was doing. So, ooh, that's kind of cool. I could do ramps in my fish game. There's someone up there. So, connect this to the car in 2D editing mode. What's going to happen? Ah! That's jump. It's a bizarre button to put jump on. R. Ooh, crates! So yeah, these are much more competent games than mine. And, you know, sort of, you got like trees and stuff over there. They're very simple, still, but, you know. Bling! And you see, you can make it rotate. Or is that because that's a rotating object? It could be because it's a rotating object. There are specific rotating objects in this game. I tried fiddling about with them and I could not make it work because it was attached to something else, and that makes it sort of rigid in my experience. Maybe there's a way around it, I don't know. So let's... Hey, see, that's interesting. So how have they got accelerate in reverse going there? I just want to see if I can do that. So, try editing this to make your some characters. You see, now they've got all these things like portals and the car and oh, I just so accelerate and decelerate goes to A. So where is A? B is it? Here we go. That goes to A as well. Or is that? Oh no, obviously that's coming from A. So B times minus 0.3 plus A. A, as far as I can tell, it's just add those together. Vibrate, vibrate. So what happens if we... So how do you get it to reverse? I just don't get it. I just... Minus. You put in a minus value, you silly sod. So, calculate that. Add them together. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do all that. Oh yes, connect this to your car in 2D editing mode. I'm curious to see what these things do, these crazy, crazy contraptions. Try connecting them. So, connect this. I'm trying. Oh, but the car's over here. So let's get... Try connecting them. Try connecting them. That's not the right thing, is it? No, I've just connected a block to it. Which means I can't move forward or backwards. Oh dear. So let's get rid of that and put it on there. Now what have we got? That's not right either, is it? Is it that thing? No, it's that thing maybe? What? Is it that? Good lord, how am I gonna... You know, let's just move the whole blooming thing. Because it doesn't really matter if it's gonna get attached to the car anyway. So let's attach that. No, let's attach that to the car. Now let's see what happens. Why isn't it attached to the car? What have I connected? Undo. 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 So what is it then? I'm guessing. So that's a cylinder. So it's that thing. Yeah. Is it just that? Is it just that thing there? Am I being a complete non? It's a little gun! Less convenient there. Ah, there's a bird in it. There was nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. What about if I connect these other things? So what have we got? We also got L for that. Ooh, I wonder if you can connect multiple. That would be ridiculous. I imagine you probably could, to be honest. Plonk. Plonk. Here we go. I have no idea what the gear's gonna do. Now, you see, this is interesting. How, by pressing L, does it cause the propeller to create going up? I'm guessing this is like a circular saw or something. Yeah. Oh, there's something there. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Okay, let's disconnect. Oh no, let's keep that connected. That's fine. Disconnect. Disconnect that. Went too far. So now this is just a case of whee. So yes, you can do nice large jumps. Oh, it's another vehicle. Get in over there. Nyom. Well, that's entertaining. Let's change that connection point to that now and see if this is like. I'm guessing this is like a circular saw type thing. Yes, it is. Not going to be able to destroy that, but maybe is able to destroy. Ah! You little so-and-so, come back here. Come on. No! You're not allowed to be able to push that thing so easily. I really should have the gun for this, shouldn't I? Yay! I got it! I'm a human. Well, I'm a car. I can jump, though. Not very high at all. I didn't see this. I'm destroying the world, including some hills. I don't think that's how hills work. Golf ball's magical, though. And that, and that, and that, and that. And now I believe... Where's the one with the bird in it? Where's my bird? There it is! I'm guessing I can't hurt the bird. I don't really want to, but... I just need to... Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I couldn't, because that would make me sad if I could. Nyom. So yeah, basic little thing. Can I destroy that? Yeah, I can. Brilliant. That's not pointless at all. Oh, there's a die. Oh, let's go off the edge again. Did that before. It was terribly entertaining. I swear I saw a... Oh, it's just a golf ball. I'll tell you what, let's take this die off the edge, eh? Shall we? Whee! Oh. They thought of that. That's still activated for some reason. So those, I'm guessing they work no matter what then. Oh, well, blimey. Okay. Oh, there's still, blimey, there's still 400 of you watching. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a very quick break so I can have a wee, get myself a drink, and I'll be back and we'll continue with the fish game a little bit. But I just want to give myself 5 minutes just to, just a bit of a refresher, to be honest, because I'm tired. But yeah, I'll be back soon, and hopefully it'll be even tastier. Cheery bye, Fromo. Only Fromo. I'm hiccuping as well. And I'm back. Okay, so I know I'm not wearing my headphones anymore, but they were causing a bit of discomfort, and it doesn't really matter. I don't need to hear what's going on, so I thought I'd just keep things simple. And so I've literally done nothing. I've gone off and I've not done anything here. I'm gonna chop a tree down. Plop, 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 plop. So yeah, good fun, whatever. But yes, so I'm seeing a lot of people saying, a lot of people are asking. Well, there are a lot of people saying F, which I'm guessing is a reference to the meme. Tasty. And but I'm going to I caught a glimpse of a couple of bits that people were saying. And yes, Agent 719 says, "How am I going to hear the splish?" Well, considering how many people seemed to be entertained by Fish Splish, I thought I would help. I thought I would, let's go with Fish Splish. And let's do the Fish Splish. And let's build upon it and see what else we can do. Because why is everyone saying RIP Alex? Is that back when I wasn't there? Oh well. Alex said tasty. Alex is tasty. Fish Splish for the Game Gear coming 2020, says Cat King 11, and I've just realised, look at that clipping, isn't it beautiful? Nintendo 2017, first party games. Nintendo 2018, Smash, also ports of our games. Nintendo 2019, make your own damn games and stages. Alex, hold my biz. Fish Splish DX Ultimate Edition gameplay at E3. Oh, blimey. That's, yes. Thank you, Paul, for the £10, and thank you, Cat King, for the $1.99. Very much appreciated. I've got 3 points in Fish Splish. What are you going to do about it? Have I got 4 points? Yes, that counted. I'm going to make the, we're going to get into, like, the deep levels of Fish Splish here. I'm going to change the size of the, in fact, you know, I'm going to change the angle so it's the same as the fancy object here, which is 24 degrees. Let's change it so that it's exactly this. Oh, I'm on minus. Did think it didn't look like it was. There we go. So now that's, and I'm going to change the Z so that it's the minimum. That should be now. Yes, you're going to have to get right through the bloomin' hoop if you want to get a point in Fish Splish. Because that's, you know, it's all about the real points. And so let's, Fish Splish! Wait, oh, I got double point there. That's possible in Fish Splish. You know, I think I might make it a bit deeper to try and avoid that, because obviously I went in and then out. Still make it, yeah, that seems safe. So let's see where the Fish Splish is the next game of the year. Yes, it is! It's the next game of the year. So anyway, I think we need to expand upon Fish Splish. And I think what we need to do is we need to start using some of the more in-depth stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a wormhole. So we'll make A. In fact, let's change this to H. So I know it's for the hoop. Thank you. Oh, blimey. Ian Guibert. Again, probably, sorry, butchering your name. £2. Thank you very much. Alex needs to make a Funky Kong fish. Twice. You sent that twice. You didn't mean to send it twice. Oh, dear. Let's just double check to make sure I haven't missed any super chats. Doesn't look like I have. Let's go on here. Because I think I can just specifically say to see super chat. There it is. No, it doesn't. Oh, dear. I'm afraid. Yes, no, I'm sorry. I did miss one. The Gaming Contrarian says this all looks very complex. How intuitive is it? For $2. Thank you very much. It's not terribly difficult. It's not ridiculously it's not ridiculously OTT, but it's also it's a bit of a challenge. You have to sort of take a bit of time to work out exactly what's going on. But it's doable. It's definitely doable. So let's say go to H, and you can go off there. And let's create wormhole exit. Change it to H. output there. And... whoa, no, that's not right. That input... oh no, of course, no, it doesn't matter. So, the output also goes to there. And now that... this can be detached. Oh. This can be detached. And... that can be attached. And then the output that goes down here is to that thing, so we might as well put it all together. So let's take H down here and hide it behind this wall. Not that you can see it in the game anyway. Take that down there, and now I should be able to take things a step further. There we go. Let's just make sure that all works, because that says A, that's unrelated. So, this should still work. I'm going to need to put my heads on to make sure that I can hear the appropriate ding. Ah, still getting the splish. It's an important part of fish splish. Well, there's something wrong there, isn't there? That's H, so that's going there. So when... so that's going through to H, which is going through there, which is saying add to that. But it should be adding 1 to it. It's loop, it's trigger. So let's go over here and see if it's going to work now. How is that broken? How is that so broken? Just add 1. So when that's touched, go to H. H then says, play that sound. And it's on the wrong node. There we go. That's marvellous. Okay, so Fish Splish is ready to go. However, 1 hoop is never going to be enough. So let's copy this hoop. Put another one over here. Change the angle so that it's, I don't know, 55. Why not? And the same with this. Let's copy that. Copy that. Bravo 20. Change that so that it's 55. Was the other one 55? We'll find out in a second, won't we? It was about 55. Is that in the center? Yeah, it's good enough. So now let's duplicate that. Have it so that that output... no! Get in... oh, actually, yeah, no, that does actually need to be tied to that. So that's good. Oh, you know what? There. Let's just put that there and just... there. So now we should have 2 hoops. Oh my lord. That's another hoop. So we've got a point. We've got 2 points. Oh, there we go. Oh, I've just realised I scrolled up so I can't see what you lovely people have been saying. Ah, Ian Guber again. When you finish this game, please make a fake Nintendo Direct for it. That might be taking things a bit far, but it's tempting. It really is. Goodness. Goodness! Oh, I've just spotted a flaw in the Fish Splish situation. Sometimes it's possible to miss. So it needs to be a bit taller and a bit wider. Let's go with 9 and 9. 9, 9. So let's, in fact, let's test. Let's make them visible temporarily. Not grabbable. Visible. I suppose it could be a cylinder, couldn't it? Oh, let's just keep it as a box. Just keep it simple for the time being. Ooh, that's wrong. The whole thing is wrong. It's just as well I checked, isn't it? Okay, I'll tell you what, let's change the whole thing to a cylinder. Okay, that's right now. So it needs to be shallower on the z-axis. Let's do the same with this one. So make it into a cylinder. Make sure that... Yep, that's right. That's the right angle. Whoops! So we now need to change that to be... that's interesting. Oh, because of course it's been rotated 90 degrees. Ah ha 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 ha! So even though it looks very wrong there now, we change that to 2.9 maybe? Bit smaller. So 2.4. Look how beautiful it is! It fits so neatly into the fish splish ring! Yes! Oh god, that's so much better. I'm so pleased. I double checked that. So let's copy that. And in fact, just change it. It's already a cylinder, so I copied the hoop, didn't I? So, is that it? Yeah, touch sensor. So 2.4, 10, 2.4. Now that should, in theory, give us 2 delightful little rings. And you know what? I'm kind of tempted to keep them in. Maybe. I wonder if I could create another object. VR Plaza connector fancy object. Fancy object. Other fancy object. So special object extending rotating. Yeah, you can get rotating objects. Let's create a special cylinder. Yes, that can be moved. So when the touch sensor hits that, also, what's that going to do? If indeed I can even see the cylinder. That's not what I meant to do! Okay, let's go around the long way. Oh! Knocked it over. Ah! Fish Splish 2.0. You're proving to be more challenging than I originally thought. Just makes it twitch slightly. That's entertaining, but no. Let's keep things nice and simple. But I can VR Plaza effect camera damage party poppers countdown SFX bubble. Ooh, bubbles. Let's tie bubbles to the fish. If we... That's not right. No. Okay, let's tie bubble. Can we tie more than one thing? Yes, okay, we can tie bubbles to the fish. And when we jump... Bubbles, please, as well. But let's connect it to the fish in a way that makes sense. That makes sense, but let's make it so that the bubbles themselves... Let's make it so that it's not visible. It still makes bubbles! It still makes bubbles! This is the best day of my life. No! I've just thought of a better thing. Make it so that the bubbles are a separate thing. Entirely. I'm pressing the wrong button. No wonder I can't grab anything. Make it so the bubbles are created. Let's just duplicate this. connection point, manual, make it so that it connects to... Oh, it's that way around. I want it behind, do I? So now we assign a different button, Y, important button, to Bubbles. That just looks like it's farting. I'm not down with that. I want this to be wholesome. So let's change that round so that the connection point is there, so it's at the front. That's more like it. He's blowing little bubbles. I might see if I can, let's change the, oh, no. Let's change the size of the bubbles. Because they are adorable. And let's... They're not grabbable. That's ridiculous. You see, it's not quite the same. What I really want is it to be tied to that, but instead... now you see, I don't know where this thing is. String connector, character, fancy object. There is a thing. Where is it? World settings, effect. No. Other? Toy-Con close file, world settings, field settings, retry, player settings, connector, character, fancy object. Oh, there's a node you can create that fires things, and I can't remember where it is. Cylinder launch objects. Launch one object. So, bubbles. So this, I want this. Let's launch one object. For that object to be there, and for the... I can't specify what the oh god, no. No. God, undo. There we go. I'm guessing I can't specify colour. Oh, I suppose I could... White. They're visible, they're not solid, they're not grabbable, not destructible, not movable, not destructible. It's a sphere. Launch direction, launch speed, not very fast. So when I press Y, nothing happens. Oh, it's there. It's just... It's laying eggs. That's really not what I intended. It's even moving. Okay, no. Wrong thing. Let's do a big undo. 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 It's blowing bubbles. It's adorable. Who wouldn't want a little game where you play as a fish swimming around blowing bubbles? I mean, it's just, frankly, it's the most wonderful thing. And look, you can see how many points. I've scored 2 points. It's charming. I think the fish is called Tim. Tim the fish. Tim the fish. This isn't quite what I actually went to the effects thing for. I meant to have a visual thing happen when you jump through a hoop. Which would be on the hoop. Not on that. So. No, don't light up the screen. VR Plaza effect. Bubbles, smoke, fireworks. I don't want too much of a thing. Ooh, party poppers. So just party poppers on the screen. In fact, if that's on the screen, it doesn't need to be tied directly to the hoop. It can be on the wormhole again, can't it? So let's bring that over here. So I also want you. No. I also want you. I also want you to make little party poppers. Appearance, party poppers, trigger. Good. So now let's see. We want to... Yes! Yes! Got 2 points! Oh! Fish Splish is the best. It's the game of the year. Game of the year. Fish Splish. Game of the year 2019. And every year. Whee! I've got 4 points. I've got 4 points. I've got 5 points. Or is that 6 now? That's 5. It's the best game. It's the best game since Nintendo said Alex with a load of sort of alert things around it. Careful you don't cook that poor fish. Oh no, this fish is this fish is fine. He's swimming around. He's a very happy little fishy boy. Very happy little fishy boy. But now let's add some obstacles because life is nothing without challenge. So let's add some rocks, eh? Let's add some rocks. I think I'm going to make them out of boxes. So, box. Now let's rotate it 10 that way. Minus 15 that way. Make it big. And copy it. And change it so that that goes there. Similar to that. It's a bit bigger. They destroyed themselves. That wasn't the plan. So let's visible, solid, not movable, not destructive, not destructible, not grabbable, color. There's no grey again. Well, I suppose brown. Material. So hang on. Objects set to bouncy will bounce like they're made of rubber. Objects set to slippery will slide as though they're made of ice. Objects set to floaty that float upwards like a helium balloon. It can't be destroyed, but that seems like a good. So I want the same on this. So I want it to be brown. Visible, solid, not movable, not destructive, not destructible, not grabbable. Material, slippery. That's the wrong way round. Let's change that so the position of this one is... Nope. Lower. That's more the kind of thing I had in mind. I made a little ramp for him, completely unintentionally. I'm wondering whether... That looks kind of rocky. Kind of rocky. Let's... He's blowing bubbles. He's adorable. Let's... create another. Let's change it so that it's... That's very much the same. Needs to be lower down. Still a... Just realised I'm changing the wrong value. Why do I always think of the Z-axis as being up? It's bizarre. We want it to be lower. That's maybe a bit low. Needs to be lower than that still. That's a bit more like it. So we've got a little rocky outcrop there. And he can... Oh, this needs to be longer, in fact. So let's change... I think it's the x-axis that needs to be longer. No. Let's just undo that. So it's the y-axis then. No, sorry, the z-axis. Move it back a little bit. Now we should have a little ramp. Should be long enough to be a ramp. Nah, nearly. Let's change the vertical angle. I'm guessing that's gonna... No, it's wrong. It's not what I want to do. Change the vertical angle so it's further down. Yes! Requires a little bit of speed to get up there, but swim, swim! You can do it! You can do it, little fishy! Got a point. Gonna have to create a hoop there then. Fancy object, this is just a hoop. So yeah, this is the hoop. That's resize, isn't it? That's rotate. That's nearly right. What's the orientation of this? 37. Yeah, there we go. Get over there. So right, now this needs to be higher up, which is the y-axis. A fair bit higher up, in fact. That's probably too high. That's far too high. Let's bring it a little bit closer as well. So let's try that. Ooh, that's maybe a bit more doable. I want it to be a challenge. No, too far. So, okay, let's, there we go. So, yeah, that looks like there's still going to be margin for error. But, oh, no, too far away. No, not quite. What about if we... No, it just needs to be closer, doesn't it? There we go, I think... Oh. Let's try that again. Yes, it's doable! It's challenging, but it's doable. That's what I want. Okay. So now we just need to duplicate this. There we go. Change that to 37. Put it inside the hoop. Oh, more to the point. Link them together. Duplicate that. Make it so that the touch sensor goes out to H. No, not quite. You gotta try harder than that, Tim, of Fish Splish fame. Hey! Hey! Oh, he got a double. Cheeky. Oh, this is so weirdly rewarding. I mean, it's such a basic looking game, but I don't care. It's Fish Splish. Look at it. It's a game I made. And no one else can make that claim. No one else has made Fish Splish. Only me. Of course, it's true. They may have made a game that's borderline identical. Oh, it's still challenging. I think the issue... I wonder... I might change the speed of the fish. So that... So here's the... Right. The humble box kite was once used as a means of drying wet string. Let's ramp it up. Let's make this... Oh! Fish Splish Extreme! If anything, I think it makes this harder to get onto. Hey! Ooh. I'm wondering whether... Yeah, it's kind of too easy now. Way! But it seems to be more consistent going through other rings. And bouncing off. As fish do when they jump through rings. Oh, it's still possible to fail. I'm just wondering whether maybe... I should move... I'm wondering whether I should... There we go. It still looks pretty much the same, but it's deceptive because it's now more challenging, because it's further away. At least slightly, though. It's still pretty easy to do. I'm not trying to make the most challenging game in the world, I'll be brutally honest. Fish Splish is a game, and nobody can take that away from me. I've got 6 points. I'm going for the speed run. This is kind of, this is weirdly entertaining. There's no point to it, obviously. Absolutely no point whatsoever. I'm kind of tempted to put a thing in, though, when you get 99 points. You can, something happens. Something remotely interesting, maybe. Fish Splish, coming to Nintendo Switch 2019. Be there or be without Fish Splish. Hey! And then we go. And jump. I'm weirdly pleased with this. But anyway, blimey, this has been a long stream. I think I'm going to, end it there. Simply because, I don't think there's any more I can really show that I actually know about, to be honest. Blimey. Oh, I've just looked, and I do apologise. I've been too engrossed in Fish Splish. Super chats. Cat King 11, another $1.99. Thank you very much. Has said Joker leaks be like Pepto-Bismol holding a Wiimote. I have no idea what that means. And then Cooper Slayer for $2 said, thank you very much. Said, please ban John Filler. He's spamming chat. I'm sorry I didn't see that. Oh yeah, people are saying you missed donations. Thankfully, I noticed before anyone said. I always like to go back and look through the super chat when I'm not paying too much attention. John Filler. I can't see any John Filler anywhere. Yeah, it's the problem. It's Fish Splish. It's too bloomin' addictive. It's too addictive. Yeah, people are saying you've missed a bunch of donations. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. That's not intentional. And lastly, Nintendo Essentials, $2 says, won't you come back from Walmart, Dad? I'm 18 now. Son, we talked about this. Let's get that back up there. But anyway, yeah, so, yeah, sorry for missing those as they happened. Please ban John Filler. Oh, there he is. John Filler. I can't see... Alex, you should make John Splish. I can't really say he's spamming too much. Certainly not anymore. So no, I don't think that's fair. Being a bit silly, perhaps, but no, I wouldn't say that was bannable. I think that's unfair. But yes, that is Labo. Well, to a lesser extent, Labo VR, but more importantly, that is Fish Splish, the best game to come out of anything ever. If you'd like to play it, tough luck. I've made it myself. You'll have to duplicate it. But Yornan says we need a real game. You've got Fish Splish. There's nothing realer in this world. Nothing realer, nothing more real. Nothing more real in this world than Fish Splish. I'd really like to create sort of like an opening like screen so it says Fish Splish, press start or something. That'd be cool. But anyway, thank you so much for watching and joining me on this stream. If you like this video, then why don't you try your best to recreate Fish Splish, but just sort of be aware that it's kind of a masterpiece. And I will catch you on the next stream. Thank you so much for everyone for coming along, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye!